Everyone, thank you for joining. Today we're going to talk about fitting flexibility and stretching into your workday. We all know that stretching is great for improving our range of motion, decreasing risk of injury, helps you feel better, and most importantly, it's good for your posture and good for your muscles and for your joints. Hard thing with stretching and any type of exercise is we all don't have time. So fitting flexibility into your workday is a great way to get it into your day and not have to think about it. So today we're going to do one stretch for every hour that you're at work. So a total of 8 stretches. If you're working in the morning, working in the night, doesn't matter. Just think for every hour that you're seated, standing, whatever you do for your job, take a break to do one stretch. So we're going to start first stretching out our neck and stretching out our chest and shoulders. If you're seated, feel free to stand up. If you want to stay seated, you're more than welcome to stay seated in the chair. You're going to take your hands, place your fingers right behind your head, and then once you get in this position, pull your elbows back away from your head. With stretching, you only want to go as far as comfortable for you. So you'll feel a pull, you'll feel that stretch, but never to the point where you feel pain, discomfort, any shooting sharp pain you don't want to feel. Each position you want to hold from 30 to 60 seconds. And if you've never stretched before or it's been years since you stretched, feel free to start with 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and slowly build from there. Take those arms down to your side, bring your chin to your chest. This is stretching out the back of your neck. And then roll your head over, bring your ear towards your shoulder. Again, holding as long as comfortable for you. And then roll that head back over, opposite side, ear to shoulder. Great job. And then release, come back to center, go about your day. Next hour rolls back, back stretch. I'm going to show this one seated, that way you have some support for your low back. Once you're in your chair, scoot your butt towards the edge of the chair. Hands are on your thighs, and you're going to start by just rounding your back and dropping your head forward towards your lap. If this feels comfortable, you can release further to your shins and then maybe all the way down to your toes. Again, you go as far as comfortable for you. Again, hold for what feels comfortable. Roll yourself back up. Stretch number 2 done. Go about your day. Third stretch, shoulders. Shoulders get very tight from lifting, from typing. Take one arm, cross it in front of your chest. Once you get in that position, take the opposite arm and pull that arm towards your chest, making sure not to put pressure on your elbow joint. Let yourself close your eyes, take a nice deep breath. Feel free to imagine your happy place or yourself doing something outside, whatever makes you feel good. And then release, switching sides, of course, always doing both sides so you're equally getting the muscles stretched and loosened. And then release, go about your workday. Another hour rolls by, your full body stretch. Very simple. Reach your arms up towards the ceiling as high as you comfortably can go. If you can interlock your thumbs, press yourself up towards the ceiling. Look up towards the ceiling. Great time to take a nice deep inhale and exhale. And if you want to add a little extra, feel free to lean to one side. You'll feel that pulling through your ribs and your torso. And if you go to one side, just make sure that you get the other side so you're equally balanced. So 4 stretches, it's lunchtime, it's time to take a break. Make sure you use that lunch hour or half hour, whatever you have to get away from the desk, even if it's 5 minutes, walking around the parking lot, walking up and down stairs, walking through the hallway, just to get some movement throughout your day. Back to work, going into our upper body again. Spinal column, very tight spinal twist. So you're going to take one arm, reach that arm back to touch the chair behind you. Your opposite arm grips on the back of that thigh for leverage, and you're just going to twist and look as far back behind as you can. So making sure that you turn your head and your neck with the movement. Hold it for what feels good, come back to center, and then switch sides. Opposite arm reaches for the back of the chair, Non-reaching on the back of the thigh, sit up nice and tall, twist, turn your head, deep breath in and out, and then release whenever you're ready. Calf stretch, hamstring stretch. Again, seated or standing. If you're doing it seated, take one leg out in front of you, dig the heel into the ground, toe up, your foot is flexed back towards you, hands on your thighs, bend forward, bringing your chest towards your thigh, towards your lap, and go as far as you can. If you're super flexible, you can go down towards your shin, you can go down towards your toe. If you're tight in that area, just gently lean. Remember, it's not important how far you go, it's just important that you're feeling that stretch, feeling that pull, holding it for as long as comfortable, and doing this on a regular basis. The more regular you are about doing it, the more flexibility you're going to gain, the easier it's going to become. If you want to do it standing, same thing. Take your leg, lunge it out in front of you, heel down, toe up, hand on your thigh, and then lean forward. Go as far as you want. If you're doing it standing, just be careful with your back that you're not going too far, that you would pull your back. Good work. My favorite stretch is next. Figure 4, outer hip, outer glute. It's the seated stretch, because if you sit a lot, driving, at the desk, you're going to feel this stretch. Take one leg, bring it over your thigh so you're almost in an upside down 4 position. This in itself is sometimes enough to give yourself a good stretch. So if this feels really tight, really hard, hold this position and just breathe. If you want to add a little bit more, you just bend forward, bringing your chest down towards your lap. Let your head hang, let your shoulders relax, nice deep breath in and out. Remember, it's not only a chance to get some flexibility in, but it's a chance to clear your mind, get a break from the work. You'll come back feeling a lot more focused, a lot more clear-headed. Same thing other side, making sure even if one side's tighter than the other and doesn't feel as good, that you work on both sides so that way eventually they'll be equal. And again, you lower as far as comfortable for you. Some people can even go all the way down to their lap. And then roll yourself back up. One last stretch, working the rotation through our extremities, your hands. Lots of typing, lots of work with the hands, making sure you're getting nice full range of motion, rotating them in, turning them out. Again, if you're seated all day, make sure you get up, stand up, and do it standing. Get those wrists, get those shoulder rolls, so just big circles with the shoulders, rolling back, and then making sure that you're rolling forward. Doing as many as you have time for. And then our ankles, we always forget about our ankles, but wearing shoes, they get tight. So just rolling that foot, nice full range of motion in, and then make sure you rotate and go the opposite direction. And final foot, rotating in. Making sure if you are standing that you use something for balance if you need it. And again, these can be done seated. So 8 simple stretches that you can integrate into your workday or just into your day into general. I guarantee as you do them on a regular basis, you'll see gains in your flexibility and range of motion, but most importantly,